All right. Let me pull this off this. Hello there. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted. Hello there. All right, let's record. You can. Oh, my monitor. My desk is a mess. Don't worry about it. I'm rearranging a lot of stuff. As in this angle and like half of my house. But, however, today is going to be a little something different. Why isn't this working? In live. There we go. There we go. Message is coming in. Alright, so let's hop on into the overhead, shall we? Overhead? There we go. Alright, so back to having an overhead camera. However, still have the over the shoulder for model painting. So, yeah. Anyway. That's about. All right, sweet. Now, let's go back to the overhead. Why didn't we stay with the overhead? There we are. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the unboxing now that we've got recordings going. The unboxing, however, is going to be fun. I've been looking forward to this. First up, this has been out for a minute. This is going to stay out for a minute, but I have 8 of these. Now, I have 4 that were delivered today. I have 4 more that are on the way. So, there he is. The Master Chief. Now, I have another one of him that I happen to get through a fortunate trade that is a Mantic prototype. But this guy, yes. So, this is really good. I'm very happy with this. By comparison, he is on the same size base as the rest of the Spartans, but he is a good 2 maybe 1 centimeter taller than these guys. By comparison, the prototype one that I have is quite a bit larger. Now I have to figure out how to transport 8 of these guys, though. But in the box. Oh, hey, that's good. I was wondering where that went because I had lost it. No, I have 8. I have 4 of them. I have 4 more on the way to me. But card, standard draft style card. This is not the War Games building card. But none of the information is different. His loadout is the same. He is the exact same. It's really just the formatting that changes between this card and the War Games card. This is perfectly valid. Especially for the fact that I got 8 of these because I will be you can only use 1 at a time. However, I don't need to put that back in there. I am getting ready to run some Halo Flashpoint games both at NashCon in 2 weeks and at DragonCon in about a month. So I'm going to be doing every one of these events that I do is going to be a free-for-all style for 4 players. I will have to call him back. I'll have to call him back. Yeah, so there's that, and then I have three more right here, which I need to picture of this real quick. So, and to help me with these events that I'm running, Mantic is sending me 4 more of these, plus a couple of recon sets to support those games. So that'll be good. Be nice, because that means I don't have to keep using my stuff, my personal collection, to run events. Which will be fantastic. Let me check here. Alright. But this is the first one. I'm not about to sit here and open up the rest of them because they're all the same. However, getting these guys primed is going to be fun. So I have these guys to prime. I'm going to put them back in the box for now. Hopefully I get the other 4 before I have to go to NashCon, but it'll be okay if I don't. I do, however, need to get some magnets to go under the bases for base markers. Because a lot of these have, like, these Master Chiefs and the newer sculpts have slightly shallower bases. So a lot of the magnets that I've been using will not work. So I gotta figure something out. However, a gentleman named David that attended one of a couple of my tournaments, and shout out if you end up seeing this, David, because thank you. Homie drove all the way up to pretty much damn near Atlanta from Jacksonville, Florida, to come play in our Halo tournaments, and he's been a delight to have at the table with us. So David, if you end up watching this, thank you, buddy. But we're going to put these away. Alright, I'm going to slide the cards to their side here because they seem to be interfering with my ability to close the lid right now, since they're not in the sleeved pack anymore, because honestly, why am I going to do that? I gotta get these guys into some sleeves, speaking of. Fortunately, I have them somewhere. I think the sleeves are in my main box. Check that out. Shit. You stay there. You cooperate. There we go. Alright. Humanity's greatest hero. So one of these is going to have to be painted up as the army green, but we're going to go around the... We're definitely going to have red, blue, green, orange, and then what? Purple, pink. Another blue. It'll be like a minty blue. Actually, I know exactly what I'll do. And a white? White gray? So, red, blue, green, orange, purple, pink, black, white. Black, gray. Black and gray. I'm not gonna do a white armor. I will do a gray with white accent. Probably. But anyway. Hmm. All right. All right. So now for the main attraction, the main event. The Rise of the Banished. Alright. And I'm going to kind of try to keep myself from having to record a voiceover for this. So we will see how that goes. But get this lined up good. Cool. So, hello and welcome. There have been a handful of unboxings of this kit already. But I just got in my copy of Halo Flashpoint Rise of the Banished after putting in my pre-order after getting home from Adepticon, and I have been so excited for this. The only thing that I've done so far is take off the blister wrap out on the outside. This lid has not been removed yet. I have not cracked into it. The only thing that I've seen of the contents is what Mantic has put out and a couple of other unboxings. However, let's go ahead and get in and take a look at this. That sparkling right there does kind of like look very cool. I'm very much digging the box art. It looks very good. And these boxes are fantastic. They're great for storage, which is going to make a perfect solution for all the extra junk that I have to take care of now. I don't mean junk. I don't literally mean junk. However, get this open and see what we got. So, that new box smell. First up at the top, we have our Defiance Journal with all of the rules updates. We'll flip through that in a moment, but we've got our rules updates for the introduction of the Jirahone to the Banished faction, which are the main body of the faction. We also have a nice little extra bonus in here. I'm going to set this to the side for now. We have punch cards with our tokens. So, oh, okay. And some of these are labeled. So we've got our new weapons. We've got the Stalker Rifle as a drop weapon. We've got the Spike Rifle. We've got the Brute Shot. This is the Mauler or the Mangler? I think this is the Mauler. And more Shock Rifle? No, I think this is a different Shock Rifle. We've got some double-sided scenario point tokens here. As well as upgrade add-in grenade tokens. So when you're doing your team building, these are the grenade tokens that will go into that. The blue-green ones are the ones that are going to be going onto the random spawns throughout your game. What I really like about what they have done with the new update on these tokens for the grenades, however, is they have a nice little spent double-sided print. So I wish they would have done this for the wargame stuff. However, you know, I'm not going to complain so much. I can gripe. It's nothing worth griping about. However, I still might take a Sharpie or something and mark a used side on my grenade tokens already. But yeah, so that's really cool. I'm looking forward to that. And then we have VIP tokens for the VIP scenario. So I'm guessing these are not marked, but these are the same color as these have to be activation token, because these are banished icon, but otherwise these are the same color as the UNSC tokens. And while we did get banished in the form of elites, saying Healy elites in the original launch for Halo Flashpoint, we did not get the banished in full because the banished is a Jirahane based faction. So this is kind of our true introduction of the banished into the game of Halo Flashpoint. So that's going to be really neat. But with these tokens, with the dice that are included in here, and with this little pamphlet with build points, really the only thing that you're missing out of, like, from having an actual starter box out of this, the only thing that makes this an expansion versus a starter box is the lack of a general rulebook. And I know I'm not going to get this out before the end of July, but Mantic has been wonderful about making this game accessible for a licensed product, I will say. I know there is a lot of people that are putting out their wish lists. I don't want to say griping, however, however, there are vocal opinions and vocal ideas all around the interwebs, which is fine and dandy. However, I will just note, just as a person who works with licenses in general, remember that a lot of what we get or don't get is less dictated by what Mantic is wanting to do and more dictated by what Microsoft is allowing them to do. So just keep that in mind, just in general. But with that said, let's get deeper in here. But yeah, this is like $120, $125 box. And again, it comes with enough models for 2 people to play. The rules can be accessed for free online right now. You can get the full rules with a subscription, either as a PDF for like $15, I think, if necessary. I'm about to download the PDF rules just to be safe, because I do have a subscription to their companion. However, I got to make sure that I take advantage of what they're offering this month before it's gone. So yeah, but we have here instructions on how to build the cardboard terrain, which, you know, it's straightforward. You don't have to glue it together. Personally, I glue mine together, but that's just because my terrain gets a whole lot of movement and a whole lot of use. But we've got our whole, like, banished encampment set up. We've got the board in this set looks absolutely phenomenal. The red, black, and gray color scheme is, I'm eating it up. I'm biased towards red, black, and gray, and it looks like they do have double-sided printing on here, but I don't even know if I want to use the other side. We'll crack the plastic on this here in a moment, but this is all of our board material. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets of stamped terrain, which this kind of looks like it might be a little bit thicker than what they had in the first run of terrain. And then we have our game board in here, which is only one-sided, which is totally fine. But yeah. I can't wait to get this put together. I have to dig out my other terrain bin. Anyway. Once again, we have a nice storage insert. I will do a shameless plug, just because these fantastic token caddies, admittedly, I have migrated away from, like, I love this. I do UNSC, Covenant, or sorry, not Covenant, but UNSC, Legendary, and now Banned version. So if you want some kind of faction logo on there, I got those options available. However, this fits perfectly into this slot of the of the Spartan Edition set, it does not fit perfectly into the spot here. So that is interesting to note. However, we do have our nice little accessories tray. So this is going to be handy, handy because when I was getting ready for this to be delivered, I was kind of... I wasn't having a panic attack, but I was mildly panicking about how I was going to store everything, and it looks like this is going to take care of a lot of that solution for me. So we've got our general storage here, and the real meat and potatoes. We're just going to go ahead and pull this out and get the box off the desk here. Got our silica gel. These are some chunky boys. But we have in here all of the Banished that are currently available and in Halo Flashpoint. So let's get this glare piece off and let's check out the goods. So we have our weapon cards, which I will get over to these in a moment. Actually, no, let's go ahead and crack into them because I'm very excited to see how they turned out. Get some more sleeves for these, which is just freaking great. Alright, anyway. So we have our stack of team building equipment and our random spawn equipment. Red accent is your load-in stuff. Green accent is your board accessible stuff. One thing that I'm really excited about with the Banished, the weapons that are in this box, I should say, is the fact that a lot of these Banished weapons have a ranged stat bar and a melee stat bar. So we can actually look at both of these together. At range shot, the brute shot at range, the brute shot has a range of 5, which is this actually is, I'm really liking this though. It's got blast, ESD, frag 4, so it's a 4 dice attack if it gets into the cube, and grenade, which means you don't have to have line of sight to the cube. You just have to have a range and a clear path to the cube. And then for melee, we've got lethal, AP1, and smash 1, which is just brutal. Judge me. The skewer, not the spike gun, the skewer. This is not one with the melee platform, but it should. But that's okay. AP3, range of 5, long, and optics with lethal. So, and knockback. That is nasty. Don't know if I will find that getting you. The Stalker Rifle, with it's the same as on the Deadeye. We just now have a dropped Stalker Rifle on the board. I think we might have already had a drop Stalker Rifle on the board. I don't know. The Mangler. Oh man. The Mangler is just a shotgun pistol. AP1, ESD1, lethal, and knockback. Ooh, man. And then the close combat just has AP1, but still. If you're in close combat, you don't realize how much you miss that AP until you don't run with knives at all. And then we got a couple more shock rifles. Oh! I think this is an update on the shock rifle. Let me look real quick. The app. Ooh. Not have the stat card on it. That's not where it will go. Organized play. That's it. Let's check real quick. Not going to be updated. I mean, it's going to be updated. ESD2. Blast, ESD2, sniper. So they added blast, and they took away continuous fire. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. And then our brute shot, skewer, mangler, shock rifle, Oh, the Ravager. These are some that are in here for team building that are not included in the drop stuff. So we've got the Ravager, which is a range 6 with rapid fire. Range side 1. Oh man, it's got 2 ranged settings. So at range 6 it has rapid fire. At range 5 it has blast, ESD, grenade, implosion, and long. So it's going to be a long shot. And then for melee, so it's going to, if you add the Ravager to somebody, you got to get both of these cards in there. Wow, I did not realize this guy was going to have 2 firing modes. I like what you're doing with the design space, man. Not that anybody at Mantic I expect to be looking at. I don't know. Rick, if you end up watching, hey, thank you, bud. I need to pick that up in a minute. But the Sentinel Beam with continuous fire, lethal 1, and AP. Disruptor Pistol with ESD 1 and rapid fire, which I think I'm about to get some use out of this baby. Oh, they have stat cards for the grenades. I love that. We've got the Dynamo Grenade, EMP, which is an EMP grenade with implosion, so it does not have any displacement. The Spike Grenade, which is frag 4, 1 use and a sticky. I do love that. Spike Grenade is lethal, is the Plasma Grenade without lethal. Let me grab my headset real quick. Out of the poke. Alright. Let's keep on keeping on. Let me get this back. So that is all for the weapons. Which, man, I'm excited to get some paint on these guys so that I can get them on the board, on the table. I have been looking forward to that quite a bit. And so this is interesting. This is a little interesting. I kind of expected them to throw Atriox in as a plus model, but it looks like Atriox here has... Yeah, Atriox has just got himself a sculpted place in here. So I'm not sure if he's going to be in this box if you buy this at retail. But he might be. He's allegedly limited edition. However, if this is how they have the box made, he might be included. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. So yeah, we've got everybody there. A dozen. Oh, okay. The distribution is interesting. Alright. We've got some more dice, which, oh man. The silver on red is gorgeous. Like, it's simple. There's only so many ways you can do flat color dice, but I love this. These are about to get rolled a lot. I have so many D8s. But that does mean that some of my D8s can go into my Dead Zone kit. I need to put together a Dead Zone kit. I need to actually play some more Dead Zone too. And then red on silver for the command dice, which look absolutely amazing. These are about to get some use as well, because, oh my gosh, yeah. Like, I feel like when I first saw these, I was nonplussed. I was not all that thrilled with the colorway, because admittedly, my first thought was accessibility, and I'm just gonna have to ask somebody tomorrow, if not tomorrow, but Wednesday. I have to ask somebody how they can see this. Also, I hate to admit, but if the 1 was in the other command dice. I don't think it is, but I like that addition of 1 to the command. It makes for demo and as a teaching, like as a facilitator of demos and somebody who teaches this game quite a bit, that is a welcome addition, a welcome modification to the dice. But let's get into the main event, shall we? The stuff you really want to see. These big brute boys. Oh my gosh. So, let's see who all we got, and we can match them up with their card. Because these guys, like, I'm excited to just build a brute list, a banished list, and have fun with it. So, we have, alright, Jirohane Captain. Like, these are immaculate. It looks like it is mostly one piece. The head looks like it is its own piece. These jetpack thrusters look like they're their own piece. The arms look like they are their own pieces. I've seen where some people have, you know, cracked into their stuff and then started to try and mod. Some guys with the Spartans were able to point out that, which, I don't know, could be guys, could be gals, could be neither. But some folks did point out that the original Spartans were indeed multiple pieces. So yeah. However, let's grab a Spartan here. Different plastic, harder plastic. The original run was PVC. This isn't quite resin, but it's definitely not the same PVC. Do like it quite. Like, this feels like a sturdier plastic than what they did for Wave 2. However, just for a size comparison, Brutes versus Spartans. These guys are huge. Can't wait to get these primed. So we got our Jirohane Captain, who has a jump pack, Tactician 1. All of these guys have imposing for a keyword, and an energy shield of 2. They have energy shields all over the place. But it looks like some of them, because a lot of them have repurposed and modified Sangheili equipment from when the Sangheili left the Covenant. Alright, our Jirohane Warrior right here. This guy is carrying the Commando. He is equipped with a spike grenade off the bat. They all have knockback. His only other keyword is imposing. Got an armor value of 2, a move value of 1/2. But having that optics and rapid fire, I like the Commando. I've not been able to get the Zvezda that is equipped with it basically off the bat. I haven't been able to get that to work for me. Alright, we've got... Oh wait, this is one of each. Okay. We've got a Jirohane Berserker. He's got an ESD of 1, a 1 and 3, but he only has a grenade, only has his melee, which is wrist blades, which AP 1 and knockback with a smash value. Smash 1. I don't think Smash has been stackable before now, but if it is in Smash 1, then if there's a way to add, or to, like, it looks like they are beefing up Smash, what I'm saying. We got one of those, we've got the Sniper, Jirohane Sniper, here, which again, just, I freaking love it. He's got double weapons. So he's got a skewer in his arms, which only has, has that range 5, knockback lethal 1, long, and optics. However, he also has a mangler on his hip, so that's his lethal and short range. and a quick attack. I like how this guy is kitted out. And he has imposing, which they all have imposing, because look at the sheer size of him. Like, this is a heavy, heavy model. It's a dense model. Let me, So, it's good. I'm happy with it. I'm happy to get a list together with you. Oh, I've already got a list together, but still. We've got another captain, this guy with a Ravager. With both of the... So we've got both of the firing methods, but it's not available for a... Oh, wait, no, it's also the... like, this is everything. So, the rapid fire mode, the long grenade shot, which is like the charged up blast, and then lethal at close combat with AP1. I want to take a look here because these guys are like very, very similarly built. Shoot. However, interesting. So, like, the jetpack has a completely different sculpt on the back of the model itself. So that's neat. Our chosen warrior of the Jirahone has a sentinel beam. There he is. Yeah, this is one I'm looking forward to using. So he's got his fist for punchy punch, he's got a spike grenade, and he has his sentinel beam. He's got a shield value of 1, armor value of 1. But all these guys have an HP of 5 or more. This guy also sports Tactician and Guarded, which means he can't have ranged attacks crit against him. So, heck yeah. Joy. Like, I am excited to get these guys painted. I'm going to be putting off the priming for a while. A day or two. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, we've got the Berserker. Did I already do another Berserker? Is this the same? Yeah, this is... Oh, okay. So, it's the same model, Berserker. However, one has a shield, one does not. But they are the same model. They are the same sculpt. So I think I'm going to take these guys and make them... Oh, they're not the same sculpt. They're not the same sculpt. That's right. The one with a shield has a spike grenade. The one without a shield has a dynamo grenade. That's where I saw it. We've got another Jirahone sniper. Ugh. Rough. This guy has the shock rifle and disruptor equipped, which... Yeah, now that I've seen this stat line on the shock rifle, might change my plan a little bit. He's got energy shield 2 and imposing, no quick draw, but that's okay. Fast transition, not quick draw. And then we've got our 4 Sangheili mercenaries, which these are new plastic, but almost the exact same sculpt as like, the pose is the same as what was in the Spartan edition. The base is a little different because these guys had... Oh wait, no, that's the same base. No, there was a slight bit more lip on the original base to fit like a 1mm magnet. Alright, these guys are going to get some different colors because all of my original guys were painted in blue. But... we've got 4, and we've got 4 more. So we've got 2 copies of each Sangheili, in case you didn't pick up War Games, and you want to just pick these guys up. Or if you didn't pick up War Games, then you just pick this up, and then the Spartan Edition. You don't have to have War Games, really. And then, what everybody's looking for. The Banished Legend, Atriox, the War Master. This guy is on a bigger base, a 50mm base by my understanding, where everything else is a 40mm base in this box. He does have the Chain Breaker, which I cannot remember what the original sword was that the Covenant had, but it was the red-bladed energy sword that he won in combat, and then ripped out the power core and converted it into his Warhammer, the Chainbreaker, which has a range 1 lunge with concussive. Man, this guy has imposing and smash, so he's adding 2 dice when he's punching you with this in melee. Ho, 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 ho. Tactician 2, Unstoppable, Fearless, and Energy Shield. Man. That guy is almost twice the size of a Spartan. Holy cow. Man. I'm excited to get these guys on the table. And then the other stuff that we have in here, which I know a lot of people have seen, we have our special orders. Atriox, a special order of Defiance. If a friendly model begins their activation pinned, you may spend a special order result on dice to perform a free stand-up action, then continue with the model's regular activation. So exchange a dice to stand up. Totally valid. And then again, if you're working without the War Games expansion, without doing team building by points, he, like Master Chief, will count in the place of 2 models of the 4 in your fire team. Otherwise, his points value is like 40 or 86, I think. So he's comparable to Master Chief on the points, but he's got similar enough keywords for him. Yeah, 86 points for Atriox. The Berserkers are 34 and 33 points. The shielded one has more, obviously. The captains are 60 and 58. The Hydra carrying captain is the more expensive. Your chosen warrior is a 43-point guy. The sniper with a shock rifle and disruptor at 35 points is probably my new build buddy. I started working on a banished list, but this is getting changed now. So yeah, and then we've got the commando warrior with 33-point build, which is not bad, especially considering that he comes with a grenade. Yeah, I'm about to have some fun playing with it, because there is, even with Atriox, I was building with Atriox is all I've tried so far, but man, even he can take, like with his squad, Atriox is able currently to take 3 guys plus an extra model in points worth of equipment and upgrades, and what I'm thinking about doing with a build like that definitely makes for a lot of room. So yeah, let's check out a little bit. Actually, I don't want to put these up. Those are going in my kit. This is going in my kit. This is all getting... So... check out what we have in here. Play game with points values. Banished are now going to be live at my next tournament. I need to get a couple of Banished games in to figure them out too before my next tournament, but I might not. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I might not play Wednesday. I finally got my Kings of War Champions done, so we'll see. All right. So, Flashpoint Defiance Journal. Gonna have your points in here for the Giralne. Giralne. Tomato, I feel like. Additional upgrades. The Brute Shot's a 14-point, not bad. The Disruptor is a 3-point pistol. Yeah. I like the sidearms in this game a lot. Grenades. Oh. Even the grenades have a backside. Yeah. I like that a lot. I like that a whole lot. I didn't realize that. Our special orders, reinforcements incoming is only available to St. Healy. Alliance is all banished. Defiance is banished. That has to have Atriox. And Rampaged is for the Jiralhane. Our VIP scenario has a neat little deployment setup. Your goal is to, you pick a VIP. They get 2 extra health added. And if your VIP is killed for any reason, the opponent scores a victory point. Other units are not worth victory points if killed. If your VIP has been killed, the next friendly model to respawn onto the board becomes your VIP. I like it. I like it a lot. And then we have a big team battle mode, which I admit disappoints me a little bit. Because what I was hoping was that our big team battles would say, here, put a couple of boards together and make it a little bit bigger. However, that's not what we got. Not that I'm complaining, but let's see. Instead of the simulated war games of arena mode, where fallen warriors can swiftly respawn to continue the fight, big team battles represent the true nature of warfare, where death is taken seriously and proves to be very permanent. So essentially, this is a attrition mode. So there is no respawn. When a unit takes wounds equal to its health stat, it is removed from play and will not be coming back. Oh, this is not. Big teams, because there won't be any respawning, both fire teams should start with more models to account for all of the casualties. We recommend building fire teams with double or more points compared to arena mode. Realistic equipment, instead of new items and weapons appearing on the board at the start of every round, place 8 items as normal, but that's all for the game. Place them face up weapon tokens instead of the weapon drop markers. That is all. If a model carrying a picked up weapon is killed by a ranged attack, it drops the weapon in the cube that it was in. We've got new scenarios. Scenarios designed with let's see, the game modes won't have any respawn points and will have new big deployment zones to help you fit the big teams on the board. If there still isn't space to deploy all of your models, agree with your opponent on how to increase the deployment equally for both players before deployment starts. And then elimination, scenarios designed with the big team battles in mind will include elimination in the title. They may be adaptations of existing arena mode scenarios or all new ways of playing with your larger fire teams. Eliminating the entire enemy fire team will likely win the scenario for you, but there may be other ways to win as well. Refer to the victory conditions for each. VIP is going to be fun to play. And right now we just have attrition. However, this is where this comes in. This is our down token to go with attrition, because people don't, when they get a lethal amount of damage, a lethal amount of wounds on their body, on their person, on their phrasing, then they will be downed. They will not revive, but they can be picked up or finished off. So scenario rules for attrition: when a model is killed, it is not removed from the board but left in place with a down status token. While it's down, the models may take up their usual space in the cube, but they may not be moved. They can be moved by frag attacks on the cube, so they can't be targeted for attacks. A grenade will throw them, but they've already taken their damage. They take no part in the game until a friendly model in the same cube takes an auxiliary action to revive them, which is one of their short actions. At which point they are back in the game with wound markers equal to half of their health rounded down and all of their shields depleted. Similarly, an enemy model in the same cube as a down model may take an auxiliary action to finish them off and kill the down model, where they are permanently removed from the game. There's only one player left with any live models. There you go. True attrition. True blue attrition. Attrition is one of those modes that I have not even put on the table yet myself. Honestly, for no reason beyond the fact that I don't think I'm going to be playing. Shoot, overhead? Because I don't think that we're going to be playing attrition much in tournaments. So that's going to go there. All of this is going over here. It's getting sorted out later and added into my kit tonight, probably, depending on how emails go. But yeah, thank you so much for joining in and watching and checking out this unboxing. I appreciate it. I'm hoping to have a little bit more content for Flashpoint coming in the future. I've been working on battle reports, but that has been, you know, editing a battle report. However, keep an eye on the channel. If you like what you see here, like and subscribe. I will be getting some at least shorts posted up when I get painting done on these big bad BRUTES. So yeah. Speaking of, I'm going to get ready to do a little bit of painting. I'm going to take a little bit of a stretch break, and I will be right back. So everybody, please hang out. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, and have a fantastic time. I'll be back in just a few minutes to work on some terrain. Alright. And we're back. Hello. Had to go handle some prints. For now, we're gonna get ready to handle some paints. So let's swap up to... Why aren't we getting anything right now? Come on. You going around. There we are. However, it's just... What the heck? Your problem. That's better. That's a lot better. Alright. Problem is now that my lighting is not great. Overhead? Alright. Get some stuff on this screen real quick, shall we? There we are. That's a little bit better. I need to figure this out. Still working on it. But I have an idea. Give me 1 second. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm trying to get this light tightened down. I just realized that it is not. Ah, son of a gun. Come on. Alright. There. Alright, that can go over here for now. That back in. Pull you back a little bit. Patiently. Alright. Get some simple stuff done here. Because I really don't need to do much to this. I need to dry brush this, and it's nearly done. And then just go around the red. Like dry brush, wash, go around the edges. Not exactly in that order. This might look a little different, however. I don't have the brush I want to use. That's alright. That was a little heavier than I wanted it to be, but that's alright. Alright, I think that's good enough. They'll all look a little different. They're going to get a little bit of wash. I washed that brush off, but I want to do one more pass on this. Alright, and this is just gonna another little dry brushing. These guys. Because I'm about to just call it done on this. All of this here. Got this. I'm gonna give it a wash. Dry brushing. Or do I dry brush it and then wash it? I think I dry brush it and then wash it. So we're gonna hit redstone highlight on the wood, firewood. That there real quick. Go a little heavier. Nope, too heavy. Really not much of a difference. Doesn't do much for it. Alright, so we'll try bed of redstone. Go to this woodland brown. And that'll probably do the trick. Yeah, that does it. Okay. So all of this stone is going to get hit with rattling grime. And then I'm going to add a little bit of black, I think. Maybe. Oh. I don't know what I'm going to do about these. Yes, I do. So this is some pavement from Plaid. Shout out Plaid. I am a Plaid Crafts creator. The reducer or just... Where did my reducer bottle go? There it is. I'm adding a little bit of reducer to this, just to thin it out. Make it a little bit more kind of like a speed paint. But depending, this might end up being what I do for instead of rattling grime on the stones, because honestly, I'm digging it already. Kind of looking greasy. We're just going to do a quick and dirty brush on all of these. Make it really, really quick and dirty. Actually, kind of exactly what I want out of it. How does this look on the overhead? Overhead needs a little bit of adjustment. Okay. Oh man, this one's got a break. Didn't see that happen. Didn't catch that. Alright. Yeah. So I don't want this to like fully cover everything underneath. I want some of that contrast under this to show through. Yeah. It's way too much for this. Yeah, that's good. Man, just give me just enough that I need. Make it just enough. I think it's gonna be just what I need. Just the amount that I need. Come on, baby. One little bit short. Put that ball back. Shit. Well. Yeah. Sweet. However, I don't know where my tweezers went. Rattling. Alright, I'm going to try the rattling grime first on the fire. Alright. See here. No, I didn't want to do rattling. I wanted to just do Earthshade. That's right. I was gonna Earthshade the whole thing. Okay, yeah, this is still got a lot in this bottle. Fire. Somewhere I have a piece printed for the flames on top of this fire, but I don't know where I put it. I might have to print another one. Yeah. I'm digging it. And then these are all going to get covered with matte Mod Podge. Yeah. Alright. That didn't finish. That's just changing colors right now. One is just about finished. And that. Get Earthshade on this last one. Don't want to go back for more yet. I want to keep pushing around what I have. Salvage what I can off of this dropped. Ripped. Yeah. Bit of rattling grime here. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Just to make this quick work, I'm not making a habit of using my contrast paints on terrain. However, this is a quick, simple, special case. Cool. And now, these guys are finished. However, I need to do a little bit of accent on bases of these 3 units real quick, and that'll be the last stuff that I do before I roll out of the stream for the night. Figure out later how to get that packed up for taking to the shop. That's not the one I wanted anyway. Apparently I broke my fingernail. Oh, that's where that other one went. Cool. There it is. Hold on. Hit a little bit of flash gets yellow on some of these. Go under what I'm about to do. Set on some of these. It's going on. Wherever there's white, we're hitting yellow. Every time I get up, I mean to turn on a fan, and I keep forgetting to. Get a heavier here. Yeah, I want these to be like ember. That's what I'm going for. Yeah. Alright. A little bit of angelic red. Far so good. An awkward spot to have to hit. I did that to myself. And then, I'm not even worrying about washing my brush in between these because there's really no need. Because I'm just going to be blending it anyway. However, that's not what that's not what just in case this gets me muted. Then alright, I'm putting some paint on the bases. These are done. All of them will be done. Ready to play. Excited. Alright, that's going away. Pull job off the printer real quick. So that I can do this. Next job. Alright. I will be right back. I won't. Ever. Anyway. Get this print fixed. Be back. These are MDF. I did use Army Painter Hardened Carapace. Yeah, for the base on the leaders, but I'm just gonna use Folk Arts Matte Black for these because I don't need more. Um, yeah, there we go. And I don't mind getting a little bit of overbrush on the edge of the coals there. That'll just be like the heat radiating. Give it a nice dynamic quality to the lighting a bit. Yeah. And the base material that I used is just sanitized, recycled coffee grounds. Stick them in the oven for a while, about 30 minutes to an hour, give or take. Dry them out, sanitize, and put them in a container until you're ready to use. Which is kind of nice because I have a combination of drip ground coffee and espresso ground coffee in here. So it gives you a nice little variety. Those guys are done. The horsey men. God, son of a gun. Why does she keep breaking off? Like, don't get it. Don't get it. I'm gonna let that cure for a minute before I put her on. These don't have so much on there. Ah, shoot. Okay. Bent it, but didn't break it. Okay. Alright. Ah, shoot. Broke his arm off. That's okay, though. This guy I can actually just do this with. We're gonna do that. That. This is actually cement-friendly plastic. We're gonna put that over there, let him think about what's going on with his life. And get close to wrapping this up. I'm just excited to finally get this box painted. Thank you for everybody who may be hanging out, chilling. I appreciate you. Earlier on in the stream, and when the VOD goes live, you'll be able to go check out the Rise of the Banished unboxing that I did. And sometime later on this week, I'm going to try to get it edited. Hopefully I don't have to record a voiceover for it. I think my talking throughout will suffice. Yeah. However, just a little bit more. I think. Uh-oh. Not quite that little bit more. That's okay. Make sure it doesn't go to waste. My pavement paint will end up a little bit darker as a result. But when I get my bottles back how I like them, then why does this have to happen as I'm finishing everything? That's what I want to know. Why's that gotta be my luck? Thing is that she still needs a wash too. And I see a little spot I need to touch up on her. There. She can stay there for a while. God dang it. Oh man, did not think about that when I grabbed. Up front? Alright, cool. Dangerously reaching around with a brush and knife. Go back to the waiting room. That's it. That's it. All of these models from the Champions box set are ready for games. I can put that back. Paint is still good. Yeah! Alright, let's see who we can raid. Who's on that we can raid? Oh, cool. Deadpool? Let's raid my buddy Deadpool. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you everyone for hanging out. I appreciate it. I may or may not be back tomorrow. I honestly don't know. But I'll catch up with y'all on the flip side. Y'all have a fantastic evening. And I'll catch up with you later. Y'all take care, everybody.